Hey y'all, it's Julie. We're gonna start with our Kiwi shirt. This is actually the last shirt that I did in the series, but it was the best shirt that I did that showed the process, so I decided to do it here. You'll see that I started by tracing the shirt onto the white poster board and then tracing an oval cutout that I had made from cardboard, and then drew a few seeds on more poster board. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Now I realize this is where I could have got that close-up shot. These seeds look a little watermelon-y, but that's okay. I go on to try to cut them out with my straight tool and just get frustrated and use scissors because that would have been smarter to begin with. From here, yeah, you guessed it, more tracing, and quite a lot of it too. My plan was to use all 3 size seeds, but then the 2 medium and large ones just kind of looked the same, so I ended up using the large one and the small one and alternated them. After that, the pattern needed to be cut out, and I laid it on top of the shirt and traced it on with a pen. I was done. Please don't drag me in the comments. Carefully taking my white paint, I sketched around the outline of the inside of the kiwi and tried very, very hard to cover that black pen that I used. To fill in the center of the kiwi, I just started slapping on some white paint, and I had to use quite a lot of it to get it covered. And as you can see, it still looks pretty patchy. Next, I took the smallest angle brush that I had and lightly dipped it into black paint and just kind of filled in all of the seeds. And I know this looks choppy, but it's honestly sped up about 21 times because there were 52 of those suckers. Then I slapped on another coat of white paint for more even coverage in the center of the kiwi. I went around the outside edge one more time to give it that crisp, clean look. Now we're on to the pineapple. I start here by showing off my pattern and my pen. Don't do this, it's not a good idea. Pro tip, ink pen doesn't come out of clothing, just so everyone knows. To make sure that my pattern was going to be even, I stayed within the border of my cardboard and the center of the neck of the shirt. As far as keeping them evenly spaced, well, that was just kind of by eye for me. I tend to be pretty good at that. But you could certainly measure it out if that makes you feel more comfortable. Here's where I start painting the pineapple marks. This is the inside of a pineapple, just in case anyone was wondering. If black is a little bit too harsh for you, you could certainly use a darker yellow or maybe even a green. And everything here is just rinse and repeat, over and over again, till you get to the bottom of the shirt. So I sped it up a lot. I feel like in most tutorials that I watch, they never show enough up-close detail on how to do something. So I decided to really zoom in here and show the sketching motion that I used to outline all of the details in every single one of these shirts. It's just little tiny motions and filling it in from there. I show here that there's really not a whole lot of paint on my brush when I start to sketch the next lines. It's easier without a ton of paint. And now we're on to the orange. I did not record the process of making the template for this shirt, but here it is, and you can see that I didn't use pen this time. I actually used eyeliner, which is equally as hard to get out of shirts. So just don't use pen or eyeliner. They actually make pens for fabric for pattern making, spend the extra dollars and get them, because it will come out if you mess up. You'll see that I have gone through with just white paint this time, carefully lining those edges and filling it in. It was quite a lot of paint to get it covered. You can see through the first one, it's just really absorbing into that shirt. You can also see that I'm kind of getting irritated that it won't cover. So I'm going back over the same spot again with the white paint to hopefully get a little bit more even coverage as I'm going along. With this one, I did do something a little bit different when it came to filling it in and getting those crisp lines. I did not always just go straight for sketching on those lines. In the areas that it really mattered, yeah, I did. But as far as filling it in and doing those lines, I used a flat brush and put on quite a bit of paint and just was very deliberate in my arm motions as far as painting onto the fabric. You can see where it was getting a little wrinkly, and that was probably my biggest challenge with this shirt, was that while you're painting, it sticks to the cardboard between the layers of the shirt. And that is precisely why you need cardboard between the layers of the shirt, because otherwise the paint will seep through, stick to itself, and just go through both sides and be ugly. The next day, I went back and looked at the shirt again. You can see that even the sides that I painted twice, the whole thing is just super patchy. And I think that that's because I was painting white onto a darker color. So I went through and put on yet another layer of paint, and that was exactly the trick. Here we are in our shirts, which we wore at the Sea Witch Festival in Delaware. Stay tuned for that upcoming video on Thursday. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And just as always, remember to spread your love, spread your light, and keep it real, y'all.